What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about one thing that I do think is important to kind of keep on your radar here. Coming up in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, and it has everything to do with the auction house and how I think it is going to slowly start dropping. Like, I think prices in the auction house are going to start dropping in a big time way. Now, I want to start with this. This is where I want to start with. Pack odds still aren't great. But if you do open up the deluxe packs, you got a 4.6% chance to pull a diamond. Regular packs, they're way cheaper. You have a 2.8% chance to pull a diamond. And obviously, out of the base packs, you got way less. But more importantly than the pack odds, you've got really good diamonds. Jaren's incredible. Amare's really solid. Brandon Miller's solid. Dejonte Murray is really solid. And so it's not just like, well, you've got some decent diamonds. You've got really good diamonds. Now, the tough part is we really didn't see any good budget cards in today's drop. But with all of the good diamonds added to the game, you should see the price of some of these other diamonds drop in price. Because, again, the more good diamonds you get, the cheaper the diamond tier, the overall diamond tier should get. It's all just kind of supply and demand, especially at specific positions. So, for example, Dejounte Murray is really solid. And so Chris Paul should go down a little bit in price. Same thing for Kyle Lowry. Well, guess what? If Jaren's good, guys like Wilt Chamberlain should go down in price. I mean, Ronnie Cycli should go down in price. Even Amare's decent, so some of the power forwards could go down in price. Brandon Miller's decent, so maybe a guy like Jason Richardson goes down in price. You're seeing more and more diamonds getting released in the game. At pack odds are they're still not good, but they have slowly gotten better over the course of time. And so the auction house is eventually going to go down in price. Now, obviously, the top level diamonds are still going to be pretty expensive. Like Paolo, Jaren, those guys are diamonds that are basically pink diamonds. But the rest of the diamonds that actually, are good diamonds should slowly drop in price. Because, like, let's say somebody had Andrew Wiggins and they liked him, but now they want to get the new Brandon Miller. That's just kind of how it is going to go. And I feel like for, like, the whales, the people that open a lot of packs, they're going to open this bundle as well, in which you got a 22% chance to pull a diamond. Plus, they're going to open these deluxe packs over anything else, and which you have a 5% chance to pull a diamond out of those packs. And so, look, I don't want to speak for the whales because I'm not a whale. I don't open a ton of packs. But I do think we're eventually going to see the prices in the auction house drop for the diamond tier specifically. Now, as far as the budget cards, honestly, I don't see them dropping anytime soon. And I think a big reason for that is because just because we haven't seen any good budget cards. Even in today's drop, guys, we really saw 0 good budget cards in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But when I'm looking at the market, it's like, dang, these cards that we got today, there are no good budget cards. And just, off this next refresh, Kenyon Martin for a buyout. Card's really good, and he's a buy now. And so, like, that's the thing. Like, as we're getting Jaren, as we're getting Amare, more and more power forwards, you're going to start seeing guys like Kenyon Martin, maybe a guy like Draymond Green starting to be placed for buyouts, which is kind of crazy, but that's just kind of what to expect. Like I said, for the budget cards, these cards are still going to be high in price because nobody has any other option. If you're really balling on a budget and you need a power forward or center, you're going to pick up Purvis Ellis, and he's by far away the best card in the game. Or, I mean, even for a Marquise Daniels, he's only going to go up in price because if you're looking at that shooting guard position, name a shooting guard that's cheaper than Daniels that is as good as the card. You're not going to be able to name one. And so that's the thing for me. When I'm looking at the budget cards, I honestly think they might go up in price, but I think going from a budget team to a good team is going to get way easier because eventually the auction house is going to slowly drop. Now, pink diamond prices, what's going to happen to them? Well, honestly, I think they're going to slightly drop as well because if you look at the better and better pink diamonds, Joel Embiid, one of the top 15 cards in the game. Dr. J, one of the top 15 cards. Jaren, one of the top 15 cards. So people are going to be selling some of their pink diamonds to pick up some of the new diamond cards. Like you're going to see a lot of Giannis's up. Guess why? Because Embiid's out, Jaren's out. You're going to see maybe some more Jimmy Butler, Paul George type cards because Dr. J is out. And so that's another thing to kind of think about. as you know, cards are going to be posted, and it's not just going to be the new card. I'm not saying that it's going to be a massive auction house crash. That's not what I'm saying, but I do think over the course of the next couple of weeks, we're going to see the auction house steadily go down. So what I would try to do if I'm you guys is be smart with your MT. I'm not saying that you can't spend any of your MT. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is if you are going to spend some of your MT, if that's what you want to do, spend it wisely, right? Spend it wisely. Spend it on maybe one player or so like I did, and the rest of your squad should be basically all unsellables. Now, again, if you have budget cards, I wouldn't be in a hurry to, you know, sell them because their prices are going to stay high. And it's something that drives me crazy. If you're talking about cards that we got today that are below the amethyst tier, we got 0 good cards. I mean, honestly, one of the better cards is Keontae George is okay. But this Lasagna card is one of the best budget cards that we've got. He's got 12 gold badges. He's got good interior and solid speed. This is a gold card that can actually go out there and play. As crazy as it is to say, that is the truth. Jop is as good as, he's better than James Edwards. And how does that make sense? How are we getting a Jop that's better than James Edwards and it makes no sense? But that's going to be the reason budget cards are just so hard to come by. I mean, there's just nothing here to really look at as far as budget cards are concerned. So for me, am I going to be buying? Am I going to be selling? Well, I'm going to be trying to add one more good player to the squad. Who do I want to add? Really want to add a Jaren Jackson Jr. to the squad. I don't know how easy that's going to be. I don't know how accessible that's going to be. But that's my next goal, is to add Jaren to the squad. Does look like, you know, if you're comparing Jaren to Joel Embiid, there's so many more Jarens up than Joel Embiid. So I do expect Jaren to be the price of like Paolo Banchero, maybe like 500,000 coins for the card, which hopefully I can eventually get to that mark. But yeah, I do think over the course of the next couple of weeks, we will start seeing the market come down. And I think right now specifically is why I'm talking about is the top of the class drop is incredible. You've got 4 of your top diamonds in the game with Jaren, with Brandon Miller, Dejonte Murray, and even Amare. I'll throw him in there. He's solid. And then the pink diamonds, you've got 2 of the better ones in Dr. J and Joel Embiid. And so for the top level cards, I do think you will see them slowly and steadily start decreasing in value. And look, there's nothing that you need to really take away from it. What I do think, though, is over the course of time, the auction house is going to start to feel just slightly more accessible. Maybe it's just me hoping that's the case, but I do think, you know, as we do continue to see more and more of the top level cards be really good, and I think more and more people are going to open packs, especially, like, again, I'm talking about the whales, right? The whales that spend a bunch of money on this game. They're going to pull the top of the class bundle. Then they're going to go to the deluxe packs. And guess what? The odds of the diamonds out of those packs are relatively decent. So that's kind of my opinion on things specifically within the auction house. And who knows? I could be completely wrong on this. And when we look back at it, we'll have to see. But I do expect, you know, the auction house over the course of the next couple of weeks to slowly drop in value. Let me know your thoughts. Am I wishful thinking? Am I not? One thing that is important to note, it says earn a door game prize after every showdown win and 2 times rep after every game. So I do believe like the shattered pieces are back within the game. And if you get 3 of them, I think you'll get a free hidden gem diamond card. So that's something I'm going to be doing. Hopefully out of that, I can get a power forward. That's one of the best in the game. Like hopefully I can go get a Boris Diaw or something out of the showdown for today. So that's my ultimate goal. Let me know your thoughts on where the auction house is at on the door game event in Showdown. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're doing. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.